Man, so how's it going, bro? You been on any flights lately?
What's that?
I said you been on any flights lately?
That was the last flight I was on. Was our well, I mean, we flew back from LA, but yeah.
So how did that whole experience go? Like, did your kid enjoy that?
Yeah, I think it was great. It was great for him because that was his first. There was 2 days of recording, and that was kind of his first like professional time in a professional studio environment. So he, first time, like, here's how you mic up a drum kit, here's how you, play through and, comp these takes and all that stuff. And then the rest of it was just him kind of shadowing the engineer and helping out on sessions and kind of getting some of that knowledge.
Yeah, that's important, man.
I think he really dug it.
Yeah. How old is he again?
He is 17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
What studio did y'all go to?
We were at Moose Cat, which is kind of in Midtown LA. It's like just south of San Vicente and La Brea. And it's just this cool it's a tiny studio, but it's got a lot of old analog equipment in it. Mm-hmm. It's got reel-to-reels, tape machines in there if you want to like record or dub down to tape. It's just kind of a cool, chill environment to record in. And the board was one of Stax Studios boards back in the late 60s.
Stax Wax?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the board is like sick, but because the engineer's uncle, I think, used to work at Stax doing engineering.
Okay. Yeah.
When he left, when he shut down, he took the board.
Right. Oh, he took it with him. Yeah. I would too, man. He probably recorded like a lot of hits on that thing.
Yeah, I want to say its most active years were like mid to late 70s.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
the SSL console at Make Believe Studios. Mm-hmm. That one came from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
like the set.
Serious?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That's good. That's good juju to have on a board.
It is, right? That's pretty sick. Yeah. But now we're here though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Recording at the Brain Drain Studio.
Culture House. Thank you for having me in. This is amazing.
Yeah. Who would have thought when we rubbed elbows on in the air?
Yeah. Who would have thought? And I was reticent because can I tell the story somewhat?
Oh yeah.
Can I get into it? Yeah. So we're both traveling for gigs. You're traveling to Phoenix. I was flying through Phoenix to LA, and you were kind of you're like one of the last people on the plane, but somebody was in your seat. And as you were like trying to figure that out, I was like, I think that's MARCEY'S. I'm about 98% sure. And then instead of making the guy get up, you sat in my row. And then I was like, no, I'm going to have to talk to this guy. And I'm going to have to figure out if this is indeed the legend sitting next to me.
Okay.
And then I got up the courage, and you were so kind and warm and welcoming. You could have been totally cold.
Yeah. No, I was flattered, man, to be honest. No, I was chilling. But I felt something was up because I could like kind of feel you like looking at me a little bit. Like, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I didn't want to like just stare, like look over and just stare at you and stuff. But
yeah, you can feel it because when two geniuses are about to create a legend in the second row of an airplane, you can feel that.
You can feel it.
It's like the electricity before a storm.
It was there. It was there. I remember you like, man, is this you? I'm like, yeah, that's me, man. Yeah.
Omaha, the roots where the story began. 9 awards on my shelf, can't erase what I did. They was playing for likes, I was playing to run. Whole league full of clones, I'm the genuine one. I've been writing out the doubt, let the message define. Had to learn a new language.
Like the person sitting in my seat, like, like you know if you're in the wrong seat, and that was like the first seat on the plane. So like he wasn't in the right seat. Like right. Fair, he wasn't there. But I'll be honest though, it looked more inviting and more comfortable sitting next to you. And I was like, this guy looks cool. His hair's cool. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know what? Two cool people sitting next to each other makes sense on this plane. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And what I thought was the coolest part about it was that it kind of, I mean, you stop me if you think this is wrong, but I feel like we talked almost the entire flight.
The whole flight.
The entire flight, we were in conversation. But the cool thing to me about that conversation was it started with like kind of the usual, you know, shop talk, like surfacey stuff. And then like by the end, I feel like we were contemplating the deep social fabric of Omaha and the culture at large.
Man, we did. We kind of got into it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. There's a lot of layers too.
Yeah.
And then I like learned about you, more about you, and you know the layers to you too. You know what I mean? So, and just how much of a hand you have in, like, you play like on this scene. You know what I mean? Which is pretty cool, man. So going from there, right? I hit Jaws. I'm like, yo, I ran into Matt. You know, we was on the same flight. She's like, really? And she was like really surprised about it. And then Chad, you know, like he drew the connection. He's like, he knew who you were and who you was working with, and knew of the project that you're working on.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I remember you had spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? For a bit. You was like, yeah, you know, I work on this animation, and boom, boom. I didn't even know you were like improv like mastered either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I keep it up my sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man. You
busted out on special occasions.
I saw it. I saw you in action, man. You know what I mean? I saw you in action, dude. You know? So how you feeling now? You know? Like, you're done with you had your release, right, for the episodes.
I feel great. Just Bunny and Bear, this animated series that I've been working on with Christine Burright and Jeff Koterba. I mean, we actually started working on it like about a year ago. Is when it was the end of last summer when we got together, and they were like, you know, we have this. At that time, they had a script for a pilot short, you know, and they wanted to just kind of explore like getting it made, but and when they come in here, they'll attest to this, but I feel like I don't know if I owe them an apology, but originally they were like, we just want to kind of make I don't want to say not fully produced because it would have looked super rad, but the idea was to do it kind of with like spot color and kind of black and white-ish, you know?
Okay.
And I got really excited to do it, and I was just like pushing for full color. I was like, let's do it. Let's go the whole way, you know, which I'm glad for. But yeah, it was about a year ago, and it feels good to kind of have the season wrapped.
Have it wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think these 5 episodes we started maybe around late March.
Okay.
Like starting production, and then animation finished like in the last couple weeks.
That's kind of to me it sounded like a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how like projects are like brought to you? It like folks I have like this was already drawn out, right? And it came to you and wanted you to put it in animation?
Yep. Jeff had some really good character sketches of Bunny and Bear when they brought it to me.
Yeah.
And they had kind of fleshed out the like the world, you know, like they had some locations. So it was pretty. I've had people come with projects that were much less. Yeah. Like they didn't even have that amount of detail, but they had a locked script and all that stuff ready to go.
How'd you so when you started doing animation, were you doing like the improv and like musician first?
Yeah.
For animation? Then you just.
Yeah. Well, so here's the semi-short answer. This answer will last 4 hours.
4 hours later.
Yeah. 4 hours later. No, I'd always wanted to be an animator since I was like a little kid.
Okay.
Like I wanted to figure out how to do that. So I'd always been drawing and kind of making cartoons and stuff like that and trying to figure it out. But the comedy thing started to happen when I was like 17 and like right before I was a senior in high school, and just started doing improv with a group of like speech and theater kids around Omaha. And the first thing we started kind of at the Funny Bone, just doing like a dark night, and our show was like for other teenagers. So that's how I started, and I just kept doing it.
So all right, so let me let me ask you. So
Yeah.
who were you inspired more by actors or more like comedians?
Probably like a mix, but it was always people that were kind of like maybe had their one foot in both, you know? So I always liked, growing up, I always liked people like, I don't know, Bill Murray or Steve Martin or people like that.
Oh yeah.
Andy Kaufman. Just, I guess, yeah, people like that who are kind of like improvisers, but could also do like some character stuff. I really like those kind of artists.
Yeah, Bill Murray's a goat, man. You know, yeah, I like him. Steve Martin, that dude was hella funny. He was cool, man. My Blue Heaven, Three Amigos.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Blue Heaven. I forgot about that. Film.
Yeah.
Him and Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I was as a kid, man.
There's another one. Rick Moranis is great. I liked that.
Oh, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he was another. My heroes were always those Second City improvisers who were really great off the cuff, but they could also do really good comedic acting. You know, they use the improvisation to like generate. Somebody's knocking at the culture. Whoa!
Some friends.
Is Jeff Koterba and Christine Burright coming in?
Culture. Friends, guests in the building. What's up?
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
I love hearing the story about you guys, the random happenstance, but it's not, you know, it's like there's a reason that coincidences or whatever happen. But I think you were saying that you were like, he's got cool hair. Two cool people sitting next to each other or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's math, but it's the feeling. It's like we got this flight to take.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, aesthetic is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So I get to look out the window and
are there certain people? I mean, but I mean, I'll try to have a conversation with anybody at least once because I like human connection. I'm so sick of everything else, screens and everything. I want to have a human connection. Yeah. But then the other person has to give off the vibe that it's okay to talk to them because some people are like, and sometimes I'm that guy. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. They got to look over. And I was telling Matt like I wasn't gonna look over, but when he was like, "Is this you?" and I was like, "Yeah, it's me." So I'm like, "All right, you know, we
got the photo on."
I scoped him. I pulled up the Marcy Yates website.
He did, yeah.
And I went to the photo gallery.
Were you already flying? Did you have Wi-Fi?
We were in the air.
Did you pay for Wi-Fi so you could look him up?
I must have had the Southwest Wi-Fi on.
Yeah.
Your priority. Southwest priority. Nice.
Jen has a priority.
I was just saying, I was imagining you're now getting your credit card before you could talk to him. I'm gonna get my credit card. I got to pay for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I orchestrated the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he was trying to figure it out when he seen me step on the plane, I guess.
It's a squeaky chair.
Maybe and you know what? Another cool. I mean, that's how we met too. We had a cool.
The three of us met on a plane.
I mean, we had a cool get together.
Yeah.
At a Myrtle in Cyprus.
Is that how y'all met?
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, Jeff had orchestrated kind of this like cartoonist, illustrator, animator get together.
That's right.
And that's how we had met. Yeah, it was through that. Yeah.
Okay. So
wanting to meet up for a while, but
circling.
Oh, so this was like so this project was y'all first time like actually like just coming into
the
three of us. Yeah.
We knew of Mr. Geiler from, way back when and his dancing pumpkin days and when his
reputation preceded him.
When his hair was different.
Saying.
Yeah, but we started this thing. It's called the anybody can join. There's no fees. It's free. It's the Midwest CIA. It's cartoonists, illustrators, and animators.
Okay.
And so we had a group. There are a lot of people doing this. Not animation necessarily. I mean, there is.
Yeah.
Ben Lane from The Simpsons lives here. But anyhow, I digress.
For?
Yeah.
Really?
The guy who works on The Simpsons.
Lives here. That's sick, dude.
This city, man, like there's stuff people don't know about.
Yeah. It's so amazing. Like, I was talking to somebody about this. It's like the cool stuff that people be doing, it just doesn't get like published enough. Because there's people like here doing some really cool stuff, like whether it's like behind the camera or whether it's like, just behind the scenes thing, right? Not necessarily the person that's on the camera. Either it's in the industry, like music industry, or it's in the entertainment industry, right? Or just like, in general though, man. Like that's super cool. The Simpsons is one of my favorite. Was probably everybody's cartoon. But all right, well, since we're on this subject, right? Do you think the Simpsons be doing predictive programming?
That's great. I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
No, really though, because all right.
Just wait to see what we've predicted in Bunny and Bear for the future of the country. Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
You're talking about their predicting all
How everything comes true.
Is that season 2 for Bunny and Bear?
Yeah, maybe. It's our predictive era.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like I seen some like Robin Williams, like his death, right? I may be going off the script a little bit, but really though, like that was they like showed something similar to his death before that happened on The Simpsons. But just more than that, 9/11, just and other things as well too. But like you don't ever like really catch it in real time. But it always takes for me to be on social media. I'm scrolling, and then someone's posted this video, and they're like, "Yo, Simpsons posted this," and then like this thing happened. So I don't know. I believe it though.
Yeah, there's definitely an evil power around The Simpsons now. It's changed. It's changed into some kind of vortex that I think it is predictive and not in a good way. I think it's like a bad omen that won't die. It can't die. It's a money printing machine. It's been around for 26 years. It'll never go away. It'll just keep swarming out until it sucks everything everything becomes yellow skin. I don't like it, man. It creeps me out.
You onto something. You onto something. I don't think The Simpsons will ever end either until this, right? The rest of our lives is always going to be on.
Yeah.
I think it's aligned with our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Things need to end. There has to be an ending. You can't just have the worst TV shows always go on way too long. Look at Bonanza. Look at Gunsmoke.
Look at comic strips, though. So look at the newspaper industry. It's weird because there are comic strips that are continuing to be made that have been around since the 1920s, like Blondie, for example.
Oh, sure.
How is that even, like, multiple artists have come and gone and died, but the strip lives on in what is considered to be prime time.
You're right.
Yeah.
Blondies, Peanuts.
Yeah. Those are all reruns, actually. Peanuts. I mean, a lot of reruns now, but
Yeah.
You know what comic strip I hated? Know what I'm going to say?
No.
Do you remember the comic strip Nancy?
I used to read. Yeah, I read that.
don't like
it's still being drawn.
Nancy's
It's
hair.
still being drawn.
Really?
Why does she
Nancy
have
and
that hair?
Sluggo. I don't know.
It's like a cup, right?
Yes.
Like on her head.
It's like a black bowl, but then it has weird little nodules on it, and then she just has dark circles for eyes. That's another thing that creeps me out.
I didn't even give culture attention, and now
It's culture. Over here, boy.
That's my fault. I keep.
Well, you know what? We'll do a proper introduction. Get these claps going. Okay. I know, right? Yeah. No, you're him. All right. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves. We'll start with you, Jeff, and then we'll move to your right.
Yep, Jeff Koterba, co-creator of Bunny and Bear, among other things, cartoonist, writer, other things that I fail to think of at the moment.
My name's Christine Burright. I am also one of the co-creators of Bunny and Bear, and I am a writer, producer, director, educator. Yeah.
Sweet.
Matt Geiler, animator, Bunny and Bear, also voice of Bear. And just thrilled to be collaborating on this project. These guys, thrilled that they brought it to me. Honored that they trusted me with it.
How does that?
I don't think we ever said we trusted him, did we? I don't think we ever officially said that.
You didn't say that. I assumed it. I assumed trust.
We wanted to bring Matt in though as not as we so originally we were gonna. This is a pandemic era project. Mm-hmm. It was ironically going to be a comic strip, and somewhere along the line we decided to turn it into an animated series. This is years ago, but we didn't know animation. We thought about just shopping the idea around, really fleshing it out.
Yeah, it kind of changed into a bunch of different things until we decided on like short form web-sized webisode kind of a thing. And then again, we sat on it for a couple of years because we were just like, well, we don't know how to do that.
We actually bought an extra iPad. You were going to teach yourself.
Teach myself animation, and I did learn like a bit. So when Matt said that we'd kind of initially imagined it this sort of like black and white sketchy spot color world, it's because we were thinking, how can we
simple and easy?
Yeah, how can we lower the bar to the point where we can do this? And so that's what we envisioned. Yeah. And then when we brought it to Matt, it's where the trust came in. Matt sent us some frames and some sketches, and we were like, "Oh, there's a lot of color in here."
It's like the next level.
But we were just like, "Well, whatever, it looks good," and so
looked great. Yeah,
Matt ran with it, and it looks so cool.
And
we can't imagine it any other way.
No, and we realized early on, like we could have just hired out an animator someplace, but we realized when we met with Matt for the first time, we thought, no, he has so much, talking about improv and writing and everything else. He has so much else to offer. Let's just have him be an equal partner on the project, to have equal say on direction and writing and everything else.
Yeah, we wanted somebody to come in and like be with us, for the long haul with this project, wherever it goes. With them. He lives in our basement now. Yeah,
he will.
We have
physically live on them. In their house and on them, and live around in and around.
Why ain't y'all carpool? How come y'all ain't carpool?
I thought I heard some rustling.
Yeah. Carpool is where we draw the line. We're like, no, Matt.
So I'm out in the car.
They left you, Matt.
We need some space to talk about you.
Yeah, you haven't seen our basement. You do not want to live in our basement. Your basement, where your studio is awesome.
Yeah, that's a cool.
You always have pastries.
So Matt, how does it feel when someone brings a cool project to you like this? Let me think how I can equate this, right? I say does it make you feel like you're like Jordan or like LeBron, right? And they know you're like so good that they want you on the team. Mm. You know what I mean? Did it feel like that?
It felt like a little bit. It felt a little bit like, oh, this is like a good team, because in the freelance world, you do a lot of things just for money because you have to keep the lights on. But this was a little different because I knew of both of these guys. I knew of Jeff, because of his cartooning career. I knew about Christine because of a few films that I'd seen that she made. And so in that sense, it was just like, oh, this will be a cool chance to work with people who kind of know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. This is going to sound completely elitist and it'll sound kind of jackassery, but you just like, sometimes you have a client who like, it's their money. You have to listen to what they say. And that's the job. That's the deal. But also simultaneously, like in your head, because you don't necessarily respect their aesthetic or whatever, outside you have to speak the words like, sure, we can make the hair red. But inside you're like, that's terrible. It's a terrible...
Dying a little bit inside.
Yeah, this is not how I would do it. So the cool thing about working on a project like this with other artists who kind of have their own aesthetic established and are kind of fully themselves is I didn't find that there was a lot of like tension around that at all. You know what I mean? It was just like...
But what Christine brought up about the color and everything else, we hadn't envisioned it that way.
Yeah.
And it took it to this new level that we hadn't thought of, and made it better. And that's a great, the collaboration, the collaborative effort is so cool when you, and I think it, you know, you have to be open to that too. You can't be so rigid. And we also did not have a pile of money to put at your feet.
Yeah, we were like black and white is cheaper, right?
Yeah.
Because it's time intensive. Yeah. Like talking about The Simpsons, I mean, they have animators all over the...
Yeah, but I shouldn't reveal this on a national podcast platform. But I mean, with you guys, I wasn't even going to charge for color because, you know, it's like my OCD anyway. Like I just love coloring. So I'm not going to like...
You are colorful, like his studio, everything...
You're a colorful individual.
He is a colorful guy. You have a lot of colors.
Upcharge to color it in.
Although when I read the script, though, that was the other thing, was this again is going to sound real.
He's going at that paw.
Dumb. Is he chewing on the cords?
No, he's just licking the hell out of his paw.
Just eating his own fist.
I've done that.
Who doesn't?
We all gnaw on our own knuckles. But the script was actually funny. And I'm not saying that I'm the be-all, end-all of what's funny, but just being in comedy, like you get pitched a million half-baked ideas, you know what I mean? And a lot of them are just like, I don't know, they just make the Pope weep with like how unfunny they are not.
The Pope weep?
Yeah. And Christine and Jeff's script had a humor about it that like really just immediately resonated with me, you know? It's adult themes, you know, adult relationship themes and all that. But it wasn't like raunchy or like, you know how sometimes people are like equate like this is going to be super raunchy and therefore funny.
It's not Family Guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a place for Family Guy, but you know, talking about The Simpsons, there's something, it's operating on a whole other level. And we knew we wanted to deal with adult themes and adult subject matter. It's not for kids, but it's not raunchy, and that was intentional. And that there's an element of kindness and humanity to it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so both you guys are just the writers, correct? Yeah.
As far as this project goes,
for this project, y'all wrote it. Like the script, I mean.
Yeah, as far as this project goes, writers. So when it came, so for the pilot, the first episode, Jeff and I wrote together. But then the rest of the season, the three of us sat down like writers' room style.
Okay, yeah.
Fleshed out all like what each episode was going to be, and then I scripted the episodes, and we kind of collaborated,
tweaking along the way. But yeah, you were primarily writing that, and producer,
and then same for Jeff.
Yeah, and then sometimes in the studio, like the amazing thing with the voice talent, most people are, you know, improv comedians, with one exception, Jeff Wilkie, who founded Karma Coffee. He is not a comedian in any sense, but he's brilliant as the Crispy Pickle. But there were times in the studio where we might offer a little bit of a direction, maybe more of like an inflection, somebody saying something, except this is, I think, pretty rare in animation. You left open spaces for improv, which is not normally done in animation. You have to normally have everything locked down because it's time consuming and you have all the voices done and expensive. but because Matt's also the animator.
Yeah, that was Matt's idea, because of his improv background. And then a lot of the cast members on the show are improv performers. And so he was like, let's just lean into the talents that we have available to us. So yeah, there were like large chunks of scenes that weren't scripted. It was just kind of like, here's where we're going to start the scene. Here's where we're going to end the scene. And you guys can fill in blanks.
And for story point,
being modest though, because she took the madness and she did shape it into something palatable for human ears and eyes, because sometimes it went off the rails.
I was
going to ask, was there something like what didn't make it?
There was quite a bit that didn't make it.
addictive stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there was some stuff like, some of the improv went political, and we were like, yes, we agree, but no, we're going to cut this for the sake of this show.
I feel that.
Or
a lot of my improvisation is the bear, got into a lot of butt stuff and just really, definitely funny, but no way could it ever make it into the final cut, because at one point, Bear's just jamming different things, into his hairy rectum. And finally these guys were like, hey, you have got to stop. No one can get anything done. This session is now has gone on for hours, and you have to have somebody there to rein in the madness. Mm-hmm. Christine is a pro. She was like, 90% of that is unusable. Here's the one line that's gold.
Yeah, we would kind of be like, we do like 6 minutes of improv, and then it's like, okay, we're going to cut that take. The thing that we liked was this. Yep. Let's take a second, like run at it. So we kind of shaped it like that, and then went back and used transcripts to cut it down into something that would make, sense in the episode. And also, we don't want to have, like, Matt doesn't want to have to animate like 8 minutes of a conversation. Yeah.
We did kind of tweak some aspects overall of the story because of some of the improv a little bit. No, a little bit. Didn't that sort of inform a little bit? I mean, overall the arc was where it was going, but just maybe a little nuanced place here or there. And the same thing with Matt's son as the voice. It's weird, funny. Your son is the voice of your brother on the show, which we hadn't planned on Bear having a brother. But
but we really liked Eddie's audition. We were like, oh, that's brilliant.
He auditioned
we gotta keep that.
For Bear.
Yeah.
And we thought, no, Geiler's got to be Bear. You were like humbly like, well, I guess I could do it. It was like, no, you got to be Bear. But like, oh, Eddie could be Bear's brother.
Yeah, Eddie played Cash, Bear's younger brother. He's a very self-effacing dude, but he did a great job.
So
very good, yeah.
Your son. Mm-hmm. That's not the drummer one though, right?
No, this is my older.
The older.
So yeah, Elliot's the drummer you met.
Okay.
And then his older brother Eddie is he graduated from UNL. He went through the film program, so he's like screenwriter, director, but he also does sound design, and he has kind of an auditory thing. Also, he has a great singing voice that he will not allow you to hear it. If you hear it, it's like a mistake, like he's forgotten somebody's within earshot. And I keep telling him, like, you don't want to do any kind of music thing, because he has a great ear for mixing too.
He did sound design for the show as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is hugely important, because we're seeing all these rough cuts along the way, the time code or whatever, and they're like, oh, this is great. There's no sound or sound effects or any music.
Yeah, it's so weird watching a rough cut of an animation, because it is like quiet and dry. There's nothing. It's so weird. Yeah.
You can imagine it. And then Eddie comes back with.
So he did all the like the effects and everything, the music, the bed music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Super sick. Yeah. That's really cool. So y'all didn't know y'all was getting that when y'all got Matt.
No,
exactly.
We just hired the whole family.
Well, and Matt's music on the show. And originally I had heard different music. I wasn't really sure exactly what, and I was even thinking that you and I could write some stuff, because I play, but because I play guitar and mandolin, but I was thinking of something a little folky or something. I don't even know, or bluesy. I don't know. But you took it somewhere else, and it's.
I kept coming back to the thing that stuck with me through the whole thing, and I don't know if you thought about it like as a waking concern, but I think in maybe the pilot you described Bunny's at least living room, either the living room or bedroom or something, as boho chic.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, this whole thing is boho chic, dude. This whole thing. I mean, even though that's not like the theme of it, like in my head the whole time, I was just like, this thing is Lost Highway. This thing is reverbed guitars. This thing is boho chic. There's a lot of rust-colored stuff in here. There's some aquamarine snaking through. Bunny and Bear is boho chic. I just hung on to the boho
That's
chic.
hilarious.
In my head every day.
You thought that?
Yes.
Did you know
no
this?
matter what, I was always just like boho chic. I'd get myself another cup of coffee and I'd be like, you know what? It's boho chic.
We're gonna open
boho
up a
chic
little
kind of day.
boutique, boho chic boutique, and you can just buy Bunny and Bear merch.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and fast forward. So last week was the premiere, right, at the Funny Bone, and thanks for getting me and Chad up in there.
Yeah.
Felt good to be on the list. Well, I mean, I wasn't on the list, but Chad was on the list, so I still felt good getting in with him, so it was all good. But like,
Glad you could be there.
Yeah.
I saw y'all too. I didn't see Matt because y'all said Matt was being superstar. He was in the green room.
It's true, yeah.
Is it, but no, but honestly, like something like that to have worked on that project, right, and then it come to life.
Yeah.
Then you're here at the premiere, like. I know you guys were pretty chill, but like, what were you like? What was going through your heads? You know what I'm saying, all day, and then when you got there.
I just wanted people to laugh. I just wanted people to come and see it and have a good time and like bask in the joy of this thing that we created. Like that's all I wanted.
And it wasn't the whole series, just a couple select.
Two episodes.
Yeah. We have the whole series we will drop, but yeah. And I also it was kind of coming at our Indiegogo campaign just ended, but we were toward the end of the Indiegogo campaign to help finish. We'd already been partially funded, and we just needed a little bit more cash to finish the season. So, but we didn't. We made a conscious effort not to ask anybody for money because we didn't want it to be that kind of event.
It's like this isn't a money grab. We just want people to come hang out with us.
Yeah. So some folks who did donate were invited, and other people that we just think are cool and fun and who have supported us in other ways, emotionally or whatever.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous though, because just putting on an event like that, never done anything quite like that before, where, we have an MC, we have comedians and improv, and we want to keep things on a schedule.
Right.
And then the tech part of it, but people seem to.
Yeah, I think it went well.
Did you feel relieved when you got the first laugh?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you both noticed this. I was kind of blown away. It's weird too. We're now watching it on these big screens with other people, and people. First of all, so this is something I learned a long time ago as a cartoonist. People tend to laugh, in my experience, laugh out loud more when there are other people around.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't necessarily laugh out loud if I'm watching a comedy or something by myself. It's almost kind of, not that I don't, but it's kind of weird. But when it's a communal experience, people tend to laugh more. So here we are watching this on the big screen, and I'm watching it like I've never seen it before with all these other people, and hearing them laugh at stuff that I didn't originally even think was quote unquote funny.
Yeah.
Culture.
Either the look on a character's face, or
there were just lines of dialogue that it's like, well, that wasn't the joke, but everybody laughed at it. Mm-hmm. It's like it's surprising when stuff like that happens. Yeah,
I think it is though, because like people gonna laugh at different things, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So not having that, I know you didn't have the expectation that they would laugh at everything that you laughed at, did you?
No, that's good.
You can't have that expectation, right? Because you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
Right. Some stuff. Sometimes stuff that you think, like when the pilot was at the Omaha Film Festival, there were things I thought this is the best line of thing, and not that many people didn't love it. Other stuff laughing a lot.
And sometimes each like I've had films screen, and in each screening, people laugh at different spots. So it's like each audience is unique as to what they're going to laugh at. Yeah, it's really strange. Yeah.
Gosh, it's so vulnerable at the same time.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like it is
scary, man. Like,
yeah.
it's like we're working on this on our own, in our homes or whatever, on our screens, and then here you go, and
Yeah, and I just think that like I don't know how it is for everybody, but as an artist, as a creator, like my work is such a representation of my personality and like who I am at my core, that I want it to be well received. Like I take it personally. Like it's like, oh, you don't think I'm funny? You don't think my work is funny? You don't like me? Oh, okay.
Exactly.
You know, that's how it's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah, I thought it was, well, me watching it, right? I thought it was put together pretty well. Like, hearing all the things behind it, and no one ever, the audience doesn't, really think about that. We're here for the show, right? Which I thought was really well planned. Got in there, got a drinks order, got food, right? Host did a great job. What was his name again?
Tom Becca.
Tom Becca, yeah. And I used to like hear his name all the time. He was on radio and stuff like that, right? So it was cool. That's my first time seeing him in person. So, so seeing that guy, I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Like,
and he's actually a teddy bear of a guy. People think he's he's bombastic.
He's a super nice guy.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But that is a very accurate representation of his speaking voice.
I thought it was really put together really well.
And Colleen Quinn, who runs the Funny Bone, donated to the cause.
She opened it up and let us bring everybody in.
That's why.
Okay.
She's so supportive of local comedians, local artists, local musicians. Like she loves the local community, and she will
create.
She creates such a welcoming space for people who are doing stuff. Yeah.
Whose idea was the improv? Like, did y'all know y'all was gonna do the improv before the screening?
Oh
yeah, that was Matt's idea.
Yeah, that was scripted out. Like we had to run a show.
Was that my idea? I don't think it was.
Well, we had the idea that, hey, these are comedians. Most of them are comedians who are doing voices, to make a program.
Yeah.
We knew we weren't going to be able to show all of the episodes. Plus, we want to encourage people to watch it when it drops on YouTube. But to introduce the character actors, but we can't just talk about making the show. We've got to entertain people.
Yeah, nobody wants to sit through like a 30-minute Q&A with, you know what I mean? It's like, let's well, people want to have fun. Let's entertain some folks and invite all the comics to come up and perform. So
yeah, Matt, you got to showcase singing skills, rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The flow was on point.
Marcy. Don't tease me.
I'm being honest. I'm giving you props, man. That's okay. All right, my guy.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
When a legit artist such as yourself recognizes that, of course, it's ridiculous and it's supposed to be comedic, but I would never say, hey, I'm a hip hop head, but I would say that, like, I want the trifecta of the improvisation. For me, like, usually it's supposed to be for comedy. So the final word is like, did people laugh? Did they have a mirthful time? Great. If they did, you achieved the end. However, in musical improv circles, in the very tiny world of musical improv, if you're like a killer in that world, the trifecta is this. Yes, you want it to be funny, but you also want the music to be good. And you want it to make sense. All three of those things you want at the same time. So like if you ask somebody like, you know, Wayne Brady or Ross Bryant or, you know, Off Book Musical Podcast or any of these cats that do this at a really high level, every one of those guys will be like, I hate it if the musical improv, if the joke is that they're not really good and the joke is, oh, that person's a bad singer or whatever. You know, we're all like,
it's only funny if it's also well sung.
If it's good.
yeah,
If it's good. Right.
If
Yeah,
it's all
100%.
hanging together at once, that's my.
I kind of feel that way about cartoons. And I mean, New Yorker cartoons are kind of their own thing because they can be kind of poorly drawn if the idea is funny, but they're pretty simple. But like an editorial cartoon, which is what I do, you have to have the better the drawing. You could even take an okay idea, but with a really great drawing, make it a great cartoon. But you have to also, on the other hand, I know some cartoonists and artists, their work is brilliant, beautiful to look at, but there's no idea, there's no content, and it's empty, and it feels dead. I don't know if you feel that way about music.
It is, because I mean, like, yeah, there's a science, right, to how something will look, right, presented, but you know, you'll be able to feel it. You know what I'm saying? If it's talent behind it, you know what I mean, or if it's just like manufactured. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to tell if there's feeling to it too, just based off of like, well, the way it's being performed. Number one, you know what I mean? And I guess you were putting a lot of, you know, it was a great job, right? You know what I mean? And so like when I would watch like Jamie Foxx, like the Jamie Foxx show, right? And then he would go into comedy, but then he would still get on that piano.
Oh, yeah,
and you'd be like, damn, this dude's talented. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, right? And so, you know, I have a respect for it, appreciation for it. But yeah, you know, that's kind of how, you know, how I see it, you know. But yeah, so back to watching the show. Y'all put up my guy Bruce, right?
Yeah.
I've known Bruce since like he grew up with my older brother Teddy. You know what I mean? And literally, I had just
Bruce Briggs.
Bruce Briggs, yeah. I had literally just got a car from him for my son, literally like a week before. So when I saw him, I was like, that's pretty sick. So it was almost like you guys like put together like almost the Avengers a little bit. Did you feel like that kind of?
Yeah.
When you'd work with Bruce.
Yeah, I've worked with Bruce a bunch on a bunch of different projects, and I just he's just awesome. He's just so laid back when he shows up on set, but then when you call action, it just like he just turns into a completely different person. Yeah, it's like speaking of talent, like he's so talented,
but he's so laid back. And he's a hard worker. So
he's so humble.
He is humble. So I met him independent way before I knew you.
Yeah.
When I was working at the newspaper at the World Herald, I'd go to the local Starbucks, which is no longer there. And he was almost every morning, he was sitting on the corner of the coffee bar working. And I thought, you were in the most, like, where they're handing out the drinks. Like, that is the worst place for a guy like me who has Tourette's syndrome and ADHD and everything else. I don't know how he could concentrate. And he was there working on a screenplay almost every day. And we just got to talking and got to know each other. Kind of one of those times when you're just start a conversation up with somebody. Mm-hmm. But his dedication to the craft, and then we would have these conversations about craft and writing and everything and art. And then independent of that, you connected with them on some films.
Yeah, I wrote a short years ago, and then the short was a proof of concept for a feature, and Bruce was in both. And I got to know him through that process. And then anytime I'll write a role and be like, oh, this is a Bruce role, I'll just text him and say, hey, I've got a role for you. Do you want it? And he doesn't even ask what it is. He's just like, yeah.
No, that's pretty dope. Okay, so you direct films, correct?
Yes.
All right. So did you have any films in the over the last 2 or 3 years in the film festival?
Yeah.
Film festival?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he was in one of them.
He was in one. Yeah, I think at this point it was maybe 2021. Would have been
him in it.
The last one I did with Bruce. And so he was in the headliner. So that was
I saw that one.
23 or 24. Yeah. So I wrote the headliner, directed and produced by Tony Bonacci.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruce was
Okay, shout out to
like
Tony. Yeah.
the star.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the leads.
Okay, sick.
Know Where I Keep You, another short.
Where I Keep You, that was like a dramatic short I did a few years ago that Bruce was in. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
dope. Jeff, I remember seeing your name in the World Herald.
Oh,
Right. It rings. I remember seeing that. Didn't they just show your face too?
yeah, like an ad. Well, yeah.
They'll show you a picture and then show the
You know
name.
what? I used to have. It's hard for people to believe I used to have long black hair, right? So I, as an editorial cartoonist, and I'm still drawing. They kicked me out the door a few years ago. So I'm still drawing for 800 papers around the world, just not in the World Herald. So I got a lot of hate mail, right?
Dang,
Do political cartoons. So I get people would scrawl letters. I'd get hate emails, phone calls, everything else. But probably the meanest one, somebody took that ad with me sitting at my drawing table, looking like this, and they scribbled hair on me, and they made some really rude comment. And it was anonymous, so I couldn't even respond to them.
Man, that's crazy.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And I wept.
That's wild that you got hate mail. Like, would you do, like, when you got the hate mail, would you do it? Did you throw it away immediately, or did you, like...
I think I have some bins of hate mail somewhere. Yeah, and you know what I used to do early on when it would be an email, I would often write back and correct their grammatical. I swear I did that.
Take that.
Kind of a little passive aggressive, and then I realized, you know what? I don't have the energy to do that, but I would do that.
Yeah. That's the way to stick it to them, though.
I became friends with a few people that way, actually.
Yeah.
There was a woman named Lillian White, and she was really angry. And she called me one day, and she was yelling at me about something, and I listened to her. I said, okay, I hear what you're saying. I will take that into consideration. Thank you for... And then she was like, well, I can't believe you answered your phone. I can't believe you actually listened to me and that you gave me the time. I really appreciate it. And then she said, are you of Czech ancestry with your name? I said, yeah. She said, well, I'm not, but I make kolache, which is a great Czech pastry. And I got to know her. And, at first I was like, do I want to go over to the stranger's house and have pastries? I went over and met her and her husband, Don, and she would make me pastries. And then sometimes I'd go shovel their snow. They've passed away, but we became friends that way. So, sometimes... good things do come from that.
So, watching the animation, watching the show, during that process, right? Like you had talked about how good everybody were, and and they were improv. Did anything in the improv make you have to go back and change any of your like drawings or designs or anything?
Some, just because it's there's rounds of revisions where like. Just from an editorial capacity, like Christine might be like, hey, at this point, could we drop something else in? It's tiny stuff. But yeah, there was some stuff.
Was there anything with the crispy pickle? I mean, we had envisioned that this neon pickle sign would come to life.
Yeah.
And then our friend who founded Karma Coffee, Jeff Wilkie, voiced it. And was there anything in drawing that, or was it already pretty much set by that time? I can't recall.
No, I think it was already like we had already envisioned like what he looked like and what the scene looked like.
But originally, I was picturing, because what happens is Bear and his brother Cash.
Let's not give it away.
Okay. Anyway, so there's this experience. They're having this experience, and I envisioned it a little differently, like going through a forest. But you saw it in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the only fight we had the entire time on this thing. Jeff came over to my house. First of all, he didn't even announce that he was coming over. He didn't call. He didn't text. He was just in my yard. I
live in your
down.
basement now.
Yeah. I mean, it was a full-on frontal attack, and he's like...
There's no frontal nudity.
There's no frontal nudity in the psychedelic scene. And I was like, yeah, man. I never was going to put it in there. And then Jeff was like, we need more genitalia in it.
How
we
is
need
it
fully exposed genitalia?
How is it that we actually get any work done? This is what we have to deal with.
I was like, no, dude, no. I'm cutting this madness off. There was only a couple of things I needed to go back and like change the mouth on something. You know, I try to.
I'm trying not to encourage culture
but
here.
Also, actually, for the technical aspect of that, you try to work out as much as you can. You know, before you ever get to the animating stage, so that there's not, you know, so you're not having to backtrack. But everything these guys, you know, did was perfect from the beginning, so it wasn't really that hard.
Sweet. So
Marcy Yates.
I know. I know.
Cool.
Yeah, I know it's like easy for you. I know it's like easy for you to make, you know what I'm saying, the adjustments and those things like that. It's really cool just hearing how it comes together and how, like, you know, y'all just being so talented in y'all different fields respectively, and then coming together for, you know, for this thing. And so me being on the outside, like, I think it's great. You know what I mean? I think it's super cool. I'm curious to know, like, what's the future of the show? How do people get to see it? How they get to watch it? How can they continue to support it?
So we're hoping to have it launched on YouTube next month. That's currently the plan, is to self-distribute it on YouTube. We have some plans on different marketing strategies and marketing campaigns to get some eyeballs on it. And then, yeah, we're just going to kind of ride the wave here, see what happens. But
we're posting a lot of content on our Instagram and Facebook pages, and then I expect that we'll post that extra content on our YouTube channel. But right now, folks can sign up for email updates. You can get all that information. We need to update that on our Facebook page probably, but Instagram and Facebook, because what we're also posting a lot of behind the scenes content from recording in the studio and like other things like with storyboarding and a lot of behind the scenes content on our social media pages.
We're working. Yeah. So our Indiegogo campaign ended yesterday. We grew our audience, I think we started out with like very few followers on socials, and we kind of like have this nice little following now. So we're going to keep the following growing by posting teaser content and additional content, and kind of ramp that up as we get ready to drop the show, and then drop the show on YouTube.
And if anybody still wants to support us financially, I mean, seriously, reach out, because
we'll always take your money.
We can always add an extra executive producer credit to the show. You want to give the socials?
Yeah, it's at Bunny and Bear Show.
Bunny and Bear Show. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, I was thinking, and you know, let me know if, you know, this is not in the cards for the show, but Marcey Yates, you know, he's a guest appearance in the show. What
Season
character,
2.
what animal, like what would I be?
Well, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, what would I be?
Well, I don't mean to take this. You think of what that would be.
Okay.
And
what do you think?
Well, I don't know, but I want to see what you think of yourself as, and then I want to see if Matt, can we trust that you're going to give the accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, I think
you can tell
I
Chris.
have one.
Oh, okay. I don't have one. I'm the arbiter here.
What's yours?
Okay. So how would you see yourself as an animal?
Oh, animal.
We should say Bunny and Bear. It's all animals, and
probably like a bulldog or something.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I like.
What's yours?
I was thinking something in like the fox-ish.
Okay, I like that. I like the fox.
Like a fox or a wolf or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you
like that?
I was thinking like a gazelle. Yeah, something like powerful and fast and like, you know.
Okay. Okay.
The appearance would have to be somehow musical though. I mean, you'd have to.
Yeah. You have to have some kind of like swagger to him. So like, Probably like a
I like
fitted
it.
cap or
He
some
could,
shit.
he could perform. He could perform at the Crispy Pickle,
Yeah.
which is the bar.
He's like,
Oh
doing
yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, season 2.
That'd be sick. Season 2, and then I think we can all agree that the goal for season 2 is to get that sucker on Tubi. Get it on Tubi.
To get it on Tubi.
Yeah.
Get it on Tubi.
Your
You know what?
wildest
Tubi
dream
the
is Tubi.
future.
Yes, Tubi.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Get it on
Yes.
Tubi.
Yes.
Okay.
I was almost gonna suggest that.
Get it on Tubi. Season 3, we hop over to Paramount Plus. Season 4, we downshift and go on to Amazon Prime. Season 5,
Yeah.
Hallmark.
Oh, Netflix.
If we get on Tubi, I will consider legally changing my name to Katubi.
Jeff Kotubi.
That's lit.
I don't think it's hard to get anything on Kotubi, so you might
Kotubi.
want to look into that.
Oh,
before
is
you-
that easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be sick though, honestly.
Tubi.
Okay, if we
I
get
forgot
on,
about
no. If we get on Netflix, I will
Okay.
just still be Koterba.
Very nice.
Jeff makes some promises, I guess.
All right. Look,
And people can scribble hair on my head.
on your head. You gotta update the.
Huh? What?
Dude, make that,
I want to make it clear, I was not Sharpieing hair on my head.
dude,
it was
make
on
it
an
a
ad.
tier of the next fundraiser. If you pay us $50,000,
Yes.
you can get a king size Sharpie
And draw.
whatever hairstyle, whatever hairstyle you want.
I
on
would,
Jeff Koterba's
yeah,
head.
I'd probably end up with a Sharpie mullet.
And we wash it
Well.
up. You wash it off immediately.
You can't wash off Sharpie.
Yeah,
dude.
you can.
And
I know because a lot of times I'll give myself a Sharpie mustache when I go up to
I was
my
a-
kids' band practice.
I was getting a little nervous. You were saying sometimes I Sharpie myself, but I wasn't sure where you were. Did you? I wasn't. Chest hair.
Yeah, a lot of I draw on my own chest. My own sideburns, my own mustache, all of the manly hair.
That
I
Sharpie
can't
looks really
grow, I
good. That
draw.
your hair looks good as a.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll have to see about Marcy. We'll have to see about that season 2. This
For sure. Looking forward to it. Then we could do a spin-off, right? Created by you guys and just be MARCEY'S.
culture.
Dude, you could do an entire series called Culture House.
Yeah.
could be its own thing.
Cultures.
Culture, yeah.
What do you think, culture?
Yeah.
Oh, Culture. You were saying the series would be starring Culture,
Culture?
the dog.
Oh,
No, well, I don't know.
is that right, Culture?
We'll have a
you gonna be
writer's
doing,
room
boy?
session about it.
You gonna be saving the world? Huh? You gonna save the world, boy? Okay, the Adventures of Culture. Yeah. No, honestly, I
Call
would.
it Culture
I
and the
would-
Gazelle.
I would love to work with y'all in the future, though.
Yeah.
I think what y'all doing is so cool. You know what I mean?
Thank
Sounds
you.
It's so cool. I appreciate y'all for coming and chilling, sitting down with me in the
This
brain.
is great.
drain.
Yes, it was fun.
Thanks for having us in, man.
Okay, I hope it was fun. It's fun for you as it was for me.
It's great.
Thank y'all for
We had a good
taking
time.
time to come down here.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, that's it, y'all. That's it for the Backstage podcast for today. Thanks a lot, y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Voice in the room, but now who bring them out? Tom, loyalty's a bond, they don't know what that is. They was looking for a wave, I throw you right in. Follow crumbs through the storm, never saw no sign. Still, I mapped out the path, I still need designs. They was trying to leave my name out, and I leaked the line. I've been claiming Raleigh science since 2009.